It's that time of year again, my friends. It is time for the Ski Rex Media Tweens and Teens episode, though there is only one returning person this year, one tween. So we have Teens and Tweens 3, Return of the Tween, this week on the Ski Rex Media podcast. How you doing, everybody? This is, of course, Tim from Ski Rex Media, because who else would it be? On here, you never know who it could be. You never know who might show up and do some hosting duty. Actually, we do know that. I have been fortunate enough and friendly enough with the boys over at the Ski Bum podcast. You know about them. We have a lot of crossover fans, and if you aren't one of the crossover fans, go ahead and check them out. A lot of fun. Brian and Mario. Brian asked me one time very nicely to come and co-host while Mario was away in Italy on a very cool ski vacation. They talk all about it in one of their episodes. That was a few episodes back, I believe, maybe 5 at this point at recording this. I could be wrong, but you go to skibumpodcast.com and you can find it very easy. I co-hosted there. So they could say you never know who might show up on the ski. Oh, good. We're tongue tripping and getting going, guys. That's all right. It's the end of the season. This is the next to last episode for season 5, so I'm leaving it in. Why? Okay. Little inside about the Ski Rex Media podcast. So I'm looking at my screen. I have my digital audio workstation over here set up, and I always keep a separate track ready for biffs. That way, when I do it, I cut them out, I drop it down, I mute the track. That way, they're easy to find if I want to use them for anything. And I have put up Biff Reels on Patreon and other places. And I think we're going to go back through, find all the Biffs, and start making them again. Because they can be fun. Some of them are great. Some of them are really not so great. But they let you in on the inside. No, we're too close to the end of the season now. You will all get some free biffs instead of having to go to Patreon to get the biffs behind the paywall. In any case, I have guest hosted over on the Ski Bum podcast. They could say, hey, you never know who's going to show up to host. Me, I can, because I've never had anybody, and I'm a single host. I'm an only host. So I don't have a co-host or someone to come in and co-host, but you never know who might show up as a guest. We have them of all walks of life, all over the snow sports world, whether it be the industry, professionals, non-professionals, artists, musicians, photographers, videographers, Olympic athletes, who knows, gear manufacturers. Who knows who might show up as a guest, but as a host, it's probably me. But you never know. I might give someone some hosting duties one of these days. Shout out to anybody who might want to do that for one of those times where I might not feel good. That's right. At the end of the summer, before the season starts, I'm going to try and back build a catalog of solos and specials and whatever I can come up with. That way, instead of having missed and bye weeks, I will have episodes that are ready to go. That way, if I'm not, they are, and we won't miss a single week. Right? Right. Also, pardon that sniffle. Yes, I still am sniffly. Tim from Ski Rex Media will never get better. He's good enough, but my team of medical professionals is still trying to figure out why my nose is weird. So you might, again, hear my voice be a little different. In the interview, you'll definitely hear it because I was just getting over something. But we'll get to that interview in a minute, although we have had somebody we do have somebody who has been on the program before. As I said, way back before the theme music, we were able to get one tween this season. That is it. Scheduling conflicts. Some of these kids are just so busy, you can't get them on. And the only other person that I might have been able to get, Brooke from Instagram, that's Brian's daughter. She was on the other 2 Teen and Tweens podcasts for the last 2 seasons. She really wanted to, but she has school and softball and everything else, so she wasn't able to do this time. But you know what? We're going to catch up with her later in the year and see what we can do. Because you got to start them young. The kids are the future, and we like talking to these kids and seeing how it is in their world, or how this world of snow sports looks from their eyes, from the eyes of babes, so to speak. But before we get into the eyes of babes and what they see, the kids see in the snow sports industry, let's talk about a few other things in the snow sports industry. The first, the Ski Rex Media podcast is brought to you in part by Whaleback Mountain. Whaleback Mountain, my home mountain, one of the most accessible, easiest to access mountains that I've ever been to, right off of exit 16, off I-89 in Enfield, New Hampshire. Whaleback Mountain has a full summer plan of activities. There's going to be camps there. There's going to be music there. They have all kinds of stuff going on. Full details at whaleback.com. Part of their music series this year includes the Adam Ezra Group making their three-peat appearance at Whaleback. Yes, wonderful show the last 2 years. The weather was great. The music was great. It was a lot of fun. I will be there again. Remember, get your tickets now. That's going to happen in June. Also, they can cater your event. Well, not really cater so much, but host. Cater is the wrong word because that would mean one thing specifically. Whaleback Mountain can do your event. If you need an event done, give them a call. If you want to look cool on the side of a ski hill, they can get it done. Their lodge is awesome. I love the place. I think you'll love it too. And then the summer is not the only thing going on there. Of course, you could come back this winter and ski Whaleback with me and all the people who love it. And when I say all the people, I mean all the people. Everyone who goes there loves it. They do not have a bad word to say about it. Next week's episode includes Brian from IG as part of the end of the season panel, and he was not only pleasantly surprised, but has told people since how much he enjoyed it when he visited last season. We skied all over the place, and we had a great time, and then went into the lodge and up to the bar and continued to have a great time. Whaleback Mountain, ski it to believe it. The Whaleback Media Podcast. No. The Ski Rex Media Podcast is also brought to you in part by Embrace Compression. All last winter, I had a pair of Embrace compression leggings that I wore every day that I skied, and they were wonderful. If you've ever had aches, pains, or even injuries, and you have used some kind of compression therapy, you know how awesome it is, how wonderful it can be. A pair of Embrace compression leggings is a great thing to wear to keep you skiing all day, to make you feel good while you're skiing. It's built-in knee support, it's hip support, it's back support, and a ton of other features. Designed in part by Shemi Alcott, Olympic skier, British team Olympic skier. 4 Olympics she has been to. She said, hey, I think I want to make this product. And Jeff Hansen said, help us make this product. And Jeff Hansen is the founder of Embrace, and both of them have been on the Ski Rex Media Podcast. You can find those episodes if you go back through the Ski Rex Media Podcast catalog in Season 5. You'll hear Jeff Hansen talk about Embrace and its story, and Shemi Alcott and her part of that story. Embrace, IMBRACE.com, and you can pick up a pair of the snow sports leggings, or if you're not into snow sports or you need something for the off season, you can get the Dynamic Plux leggings, which I also use when I'm out there hiking or walking, and I've even used them working, and they are wonderful. Embrace.com. Use code SKIREX10, SKIREX10, and you can get 10% off your order at Embrace. Check them out, please. Link in the description, Embrace.com. Now, I'll bring Charlotte on in just a second for the interview. Again, we only have one kid this season due to scheduling conflicts, and it still works. It's a good episode. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it, and I think you'll enjoy Ski Rex Media. If you're already a fan and friend of Ski Rex Media, podcast subscriber, like my social media, all that stuff, what I write, my Patreon stuff, thank you for playing. I 100% appreciate you, and I am glad that I have been able to build a fan base, a community, if you will, of fan friends and friend fans and fans and friends and all of that. It's wonderful. I'm glad you enjoy it, and I'm glad you stuck with me, and you will stick with me through the summer so we could do it all again next winter. If you are new to the Ski Rex Media Podcast or Ski Rex Media in general, head to skirexmedia.com. There you'll find links to everything that Ski Rex Media is. That includes the podcast, which you're listening to right now, which you can subscribe to on your favorite podcasting app, whatever it is. Maybe it's Apple Podcasts, where you can also leave a review. I've had 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to it on Podbean, my host. You can listen to it almost anywhere. You can enjoy the podcast free with ads. Of course, if you are listening to that show, you just heard the ad read, but free with ads every Wednesday through the season, or you can get the program early on Patreon, starting at $1 a month. Tiers start at $1 a month over on Patreon. That gets you the Ski Rex Media podcast early on a Sunday with no ads. Plus, I'm starting to do some writing over there. I'm going to get some other things going over there. For $1, it might be kind of awesome. And the more Ski Rex Media makes here, the less I have to work. All right. I thought I had a joke there and I don't, so we'll ignore that one. But again, we're going all biffs in this episode because it's fun. In any case, visit the Patreon page to see what I'm doing. SkiRex Media, patreon.com/SkiRex Media. Link in the description, of course, at skirexmedia.com, as well as the voicemail link to SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com/SkiRex Media. Leave SkiRex Media a voicemail with a question, a concern, a comment, some hatred, some love, some of whatever else you can do. Ski and snow sports related stuff, please. But hey, if not, I'll take anything and we'll see what we can do with it. It will either be addressed here on the podcast or on my social media accounts. And please follow Ski Rex Media on those social media accounts. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Just put in Ski Rex Media and you will find it. And lastly, if you dig it and you want to show some support for Ski Rex Media, head to the merch shop. There are a couple offerings there. There will be a couple more. I'm going to add some more stuff, show you love. There's a few of the beanies kicking around out there now. It's kind of wonderful. We're going to have new stickers coming up, some that will debut, a special sticker that's going to debut at the Snowbound Expo this season that goes along with the high vis yellow vest bit. And we bring up yellow vest because Charlotte, today's guest of the Teen and Tween or Tween and Teen program, the Tween and Teen fans of Ski Rex Media, is probably the biggest fan of the yellow vest, including giving me my nickname, Yellow Vest Man. So let's get into the interview now with Miss Charlotte. Miss Charlotte, welcome back to the Ski Rex Media podcast. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Dandy as always. Last night we recorded with your mom and a whole bunch of other people. He had a lot of fun. And Now today we do one of the two kids. We're still trying to schedule the second kid. I tried to have a second kid here for you to interact with, for you to talk to, maybe make a new friend. I don't know. It was going to be an all little girls panel except for me. Sorry, dude. These things happen. So you are probably our youngest fan of Ski Rex Media.
Wait, really?
Yeah. The other girl, Brooke, she was first, but she's a little older than you. So, that's okay. That's what we're doing. That's another reason I do this, is to exploit you kids, my friends and fans' kids, to try and get a whole other audience that I can't get myself. So this winter went by and you kept going with, now, if you remember from last year, Charlotte, she rides competitively snowboarding, correct? Still doing it?
Yeah, of course. Always.
Absolutely. And I knew that, but I just wanted to give her a chance to talk. So this year, Where do you want to start? You have a few things to talk about. You were out west again competing. You could talk about that. And we could also talk about your time at Killington. Which one would you like to start with?
Killington, I guess.
Killington. Okay. So yes, Charlotte was a short-term resident right here in Vermont, right up the road at Killington Mountain. 40 minutes from here on the other side of the state. That's fine. She's right over there, or was. She's not anymore. So what was that? Explain to us where you were, what you did, that kind of thing, please.
So I went for the boost program so I could learn how to do better tricks, get confidence boost, just overall, upgrade my snowboarding.
Cool. Now, what the interesting thing about this is that we can talk to Charlotte about what it's like going to what amounts as a boarding school. Like, you lived there, right?
Yeah. I lived there for a month.
For a month. So she was there, no parents. Were you good? Were you being good? Did you get in trouble?
No, surprisingly.
You hesitated. I say you're lying.
No.
No. Okay. Maybe she did.
No.
Maybe she didn't. Yeah. Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. That's fine. That's okay. All right. So cool. So you get to this. So this is something. It's going to be interesting for some people because not all of us did this. I wasn't competitive anyway. But for those who are, not everybody goes to a school focused on that. So what is that experience like? Just a general, like, all right, you're plucked out of your regular school. You're dropped off 3 hours, 4 hours away in a boarding school. How was it?
It was better than my regular school, if I could say nonetheless. I mean, I was way happier there, way more independent. It was definitely awesome snowboarding every day, even through like the bad conditions and the good conditions.
Mm-hmm.
It was still like the same as every day, and I was definitely getting better.
Good. See, that's good. And just so people know, she was snowboarding every day, but like she said, it's better than her regular school but it is still school. So you still had your books, you still had your lessons, pens and pencils.
Yeah, it would go from so like the schedule kind of went like we would wake up at like 7:30 or 8. And
Sure.
if you woke up at 8, you would immediately have to go to morning sports. So it'd either be like a trampoline room for like 30 minutes or a workout and stretching. And then after that, you go eat breakfast, and then you have like a 30-minute period to get all your stuff on and get out so you could go to the mountain.
Very good. And you are, it's not that Killington Mountain School hides its location, but you're practically on the ski mountain, right? It's right up there by the base.
You're like maybe like a mile away, probably less.
Yeah, I know where it is. And anybody who's been up there should know where it is, but we don't want weirdos going up there talking to kids. That's just not good. You know, the kids are weird enough on their own. They don't need help from anybody else.
No, I don't think so. I feel like they would just be like, this one's broken.
Yeah, exactly. I think that all the time about Ollies. You know, and I have a fair amount of kids in my life, so you're all broken. Anyway. So, all right, so you get there, it's school, it's riding.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the obvious answer is that you were more excited to ride than do schoolwork, but is that true?
That is, what were you expecting me to say? Of course that's true.
Well, you know what? I know you are a decent student. Your mom has said that. She could just be bragging and be over exaggerating. I don't know. But she said you're a good student, so you might be a nerd and like school too. So maybe there was a balance or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a nerd, but I don't like school. Yeah,
but you like that school.
Yeah, I like that school. I actually probably learned more than there in the 1 month I was there than learned all year in my actual school. So.
Really? So now, well, then for someone your age, now, are you 12 or 13 this year? I forget.
12 still.
12 still. Okay. I'll get that down eventually. Honest, I will. But I can't remember my own age half the time. It's fine.
I hesitate.
But, hey, it happens. It happens. No one's perfect. But from a 12-year-old's perspective, then you'd almost say that it's a better education experience too. Like, is that what you're telling me?
I mean, it's definitely like better, or even like it's definitely either better or just the same. But I definitely thought of it as better.
Okay. Very good. Now, you were there. You ride the Alpine disciplines mostly, or no? I forget.
Mostly I ride the Alpine disciplines, but I really want to go the freestyle route at this point.
Okay. And we know that's also a big thing up there because you not only have the Killington Mountain School, but you got Woodward right there as well.
Yep.
Now, did you get to play in that at all, or did you just stick to what you know?
Yeah.
You
played.
did.
I did my first 25-footer.
Okay, that's pretty good for a small person, you know. I'd be afraid to do it now. So you got to mess around, you got to do a little bit. Now while you were out there, now she was only out here for a month. She wasn't a full-time student. That's something else we'll have to get into another time.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And but you would do full-time student though, wouldn't you? You would do it.
I mean, if we could, obviously. Well,
Well, let me ask you this: to ride competitively and go to a school like that, you have to. You're not leaving your family behind. Obviously, in the 21st century, nobody's more than a text message away. But could you do it? Could you say, "Okay, Mom, I'll see you in the spring"?
Totally, definitely. There's still like 1 week break, so they have like a Christmas break and like the spring. The spring break is when they leave. No, they have like Christmas breaks and the winter break and
Sure.
all that. So like I think they have like two weeks in break. So
Fair enough. Now, being that it is a boarding school, did you leave the mountain at all? Like, did you get to go down and experience Rutland for what it is, or was it just snowboarding and learning?
So every Thursday they would call a Rutland trip, and then we'd go to Rutland for we'd go to Rutland from like 7 to like 9 or whatever. We would stop at McDonald's or Walmart if you need anything.
Fair enough. See, I don't know how interesting that is to other people, but I was wondering, because I run into these kids all the time from all these different places. You know, like I've talked to some of the kids at the Killington Mountain School while I've been up there for the World Cup race. You know, and you know, I've met kids from Fort Sayer, and I've met kids from Cardigan Mountain School, which is not a ski boarding school, but just you know, I think they're semi-private actually, but whatever it is. And I was curious. Plus the college kids over here at Dartmouth. I'm surrounded by the future of snow sports, competitive snow sports, which Charlotte will be part of. So you get done at Killington. You had a good time. You learned a lot, both education. Did you feel that your snowboard skills did improve in that month, or
Definitely,
was it
like
okay?
My confidence and stuff. A lot too.
I can't imagine you needing more confidence. Did you really need more confidence?
I needed a lot of confidence. I would stay in my comfort zone, and I wouldn't learn new tricks.
Okay.
I wouldn't enable myself to learn new tricks. Like first day I was there, I was like, I'm not doing that. And I'm staring at the 25-foot. I'm like, never, ever am I ever doing that. But like a day before, I was like, I'm gonna hit that 40-footer, and I hit it, and I stomped it, and my knees hurt so much. And then I was like, I'm never hitting that 25-footer or that 40-footer or whatever. And like, I just did it at the end of the month, and I was like, I should have been hitting this all month. It's not that bad.
You should have been. Also, that knee pain doesn't go away. That's with you forever.
I know that. I have a lot of it already.
That's awesome. You know what? But you came along. No, it's fine, because you came along in that era where we can just put robot stuff in you soon. Like, you'll be bionic. It'll be a whole thing. You'll be part robot.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing. There you go. I know I don't use the video, but she was just doing the robot. Very dated, odd, old dance. I don't know why she did it. Very strange. So now, so you hit it with snow, no airbag?
No airbag. Just like, I'm going to hit that. I did not know how much speed I needed. So I was going like 10 miles per hour below. So I like stomped that thing really hard. And I heard these people screaming at the top, like, she's going to blow out her knees.
Yeah, I'd agree
Very
with them.
glad I didn't. Very glad.
So am I, because after you were done with that experience, it was back out west. Mm-hmm. Charlotte was back out west representing. Well, tell them what you were doing. You're going to tell it better than me.
I was doing border cross, giant slalom, and road jam.
Excuse me, which is awesome. So let's get a little deeper into it, though. What was the event you were there for? How did you get there? Tell that story. I know you've told it last time, but we have new people listening, so tell it again.
So each year there's like I go for Catskill Mountain Series, and each year there's multiple different races you could do. So you have to qualify to get to nationals, and that nationals out west. So I qualified for all the 5 events that I competed in, because we don't have half pipe. In the East Coast, obviously. Like, no, not in all the East Coast, but I'm talking about, like, my home mountains.
Yep.
Like Hunter and stuff. So, like, oh gosh, how do I explain this? So I made it for all my events, and, excuse you.
Can't stop coughing, kid. I've been sick all winter. Keep her going.
So like, you would have to qualify for the events. I qualified for the events I wanted to, but I only picked 3 because I still wanted time to hang out with my family in an amazing place, look at the views, go different places like Breckenridge, Rail, A Basin. Yeah. And then
Sure.
and I met Sean White out there, and I got my dream board. He gave it to me, and I was so stoked. Like, his team gave it to me. He had to leave for a flight.
How did you pull that one off? Now let's back up to last year, to last November, where that was the first time you met Sean White.
Huh?
I remember that you were doing that as I was heading out to go home from Boston. That was at the Snowbound Expo. She did that.
Yeah, how dare you leave me?
It wasn't my fault, dude. It wouldn't have mattered. I couldn't talk. I texted your mom and told her I was leaving because I couldn't physically say the words anymore. My throat was gone. So much fun, that stinking expo, man. All I did was talk.
Fun. Will I see you next year?
Yeah, man, I'm going. I'll be there. You almost saw me this year during the season. I almost invited myself along to your Crotchet Mountain trip. I knew you were going there, but I couldn't make it down. I'm actually wearing my Crotchet Mountain hat right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to point that out. You know, the 6 years Crotchet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. Dude, I love that place. That place is amazing. I went there for the first time this year too and loved it.
Our friends live in like our friend's backyard is Crotchet.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
talk
like
about it.
Staring at the mountain.
That's awesome, dude. That's actually a really nice area in New Hampshire for anybody who's never been there. I actually found a house there I wouldn't mind having, but I'm not buying a house right now. I'm not doing that. So anyway, to Snowbound, she met Sean White that day. It was on the Saturday. He was there, drew, I think, the biggest crowd of the weekend, I would assume.
Yeah.
And you got to talk to him. Now, go over that story real quick because I don't remember the details. I forget how that worked out.
So basically, so before he talked and like did his like presentation thing and talked about his career, that he had like a little white space stand and everyone was waiting in line, but our pictures came out like really blurry. And 2 nights before I was doing beanbag toss with like the people that run the expo. So
yep,
they knew me well enough, and I was like, do you mind if I just retake the pictures after he speaks? And they're like, yeah, sure. So next thing you know, I'm in the room and I was speaking with him for like 10 minutes. I could not hold myself back.
You did fine. Yeah. So there you go. Little girl gets to meet one of her heroes in Boston, of all places. Sean White, good guy, I guess. I don't know. The last time I was 3 feet from him, I think, was during one of the X Games back in the long time ago. I don't remember. I might have even.
Lucky.
I went to the X Games twice. Not as an act. Don't think I was doing it as an athlete. I was there as a Well, no.
Well, I know that.
Say the first year I was working at Mount Snow. The second year I wasn't, so I just went to watch.
No, oh my god, I gotta catch up.
Yeah, dude. Oh, this was a long time ago. This was before you were born, man. This was the 90s. This was 1990. I want to say 98, 99 or 97, 98. I can't remember which. But one of those, you know, back when I saw Tara Dakitis from across the way and tried to talk to her and wimped out. So, but she's married now. So, Tara, you're fine.
Too late. You missed your chance.
That's fine. Fun fact, she was in the movie Chalet Girl. So there you go. Watch that snowboarding movie. It's not a great one, but whatever. It's got Ed Westwick. He's all right. He's good. He used to be anyway. Anyway, not the point. So fast forward. This is why I like talking to the kids and Charlotte specifically, because it doesn't matter if I go off on these side road tangents. She doesn't care, and she's going to do the same thing, so it's fine. So we fast forward to a month or so ago. You're in Colorado. How do you get Sean White to hand you a snowboard? Did he remember you? That kind of stuff.
So, like, after my border cross competition, which was like 2 days before my last, I was supposed to demo with Donek, and I did, but I was like really trying to rush, and I feel bad for my coaches for rushing him, but I was like, I gotta go because the mountain's closing. It was all happening so quickly, and before I demoed the Donek, I met Sean White and had him sign my little like jersey ID thing.
Okay.
And Toby Miller signed that too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's
Toby
awesome,
Miller
dude.
was the one that gave me the board.
Okay.
And
All right.
yeah, it was his team because he had to head out as I was demoing the Donic. He had to head out to the airport. So I came back and I rushed, and it was like 3:40 or something at this time. And they were shutting the lifts, and I was like, I gotta get on one of these boards. I had no binding screws for the board because Burton only, like, some Burton boards don't have like the little screw things, so I didn't
Sure.
have any screws.
Mm-hmm.
And Toby Miller took the screws off his bindings, put them on mine, and I ran over to the ski lift. And getting up there, it was my dad's two friends and me, and they were both standing at the top of the park, and I just like ollied over all their stuff and all their skis and just went straight into the jump. And my dad took a video of that, and he showed them, and they're like, "Do you like this one?" I'm like, "I love it. I think it's the one." And they were like, "Just take it." And I cried, and I was like, "Thank you so much." I couldn't contain my tears.
Amazing. What a crying little girl can't get for free. Isn't that amazing?
Hey!
No, dude, that's an awesome story. You're not even pro yet. You're only 12 years old, and yet you're living the life. You're rubbing elbows with professionals, hanging out with them, swapping gear with them. Like it's got to be an exciting time for you. Does it get any better than this?
I don't know. I hope.
You hope. Yeah, she'll actually be a pro and being paid for doing this stuff. You got to finish school first. Hopefully. You got to finish school first, though, dude. Got to do that first.
Come on.
Hey, everybody finishes school. Even LeBron finished high school, man. I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. That sounds awesome, though. So you was. Have you had any time then to just ride for fun? Like you were riding for school, you were riding competition. Obviously, you did a lot of that if you qualified for nationals and had to, drag your family 3/4 of the way across the country. Like, have you had time to have any fun?
Like outside of snowboarding or inside of snowboarding?
Oh, it's part of snowboarding. Yeah, like being able to just ride recreational, not with the goal of having to perform well or it's part of your classwork. Just have you been able to get out and just ride like the rest of us?
Yeah, on the weekends at KMS, but and then I was at Killington 3-4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to ride fun with that and my friend, and we were just goofing off, being kids.
Good. Good. It looked good from where I was that day. I was not at the mountain. I was in town. I was in Killington town, but I was not at that. I was not at that mountain.
Why didn't you tell me?
A, I didn't know you guys were up there until after I got home. And B, my season's done for a little bit. I have been sick and I'm trying to heal. So I haven't, I'm not getting April. So we're fine with that though. Better to be safe than sorry. I'll be meeting up with you guys at Big Snow down there in Jersey at some point during the summer.
Speaking about sick, shout out to Red Bull because I got so sick from jet lag at Colorado. My first competition, I drank 3 Red Bulls just so I could get up there and do the rail jam.
What? 3 Red Bulls will kill you, dude. It could kill somebody.
Not like full 3 Red Bulls. Like my dad drank half, so technically 1.5, but still.
Even so, you're small.
Am I?
I think so, but 1.5 Red Bulls. Hey, if it got you through,
it did, and I still passed out right after, just on the bed, just done.
See, you gotta learn to sleep on them airplanes. Stinking airplanes. I don't like airplanes, but you did it. Shout out to Red Bull. If you want a kid on your roster, get this kid.
Not
Sean
doing anything
White.
crazy yet.
No, but that's true. A lot of their stuff is nuts. But they're a lot of fun over there, those guys, so
yeah.
It's fun. Wow. So Colorado, meeting celebrities and professionals, Killington Mountain School, all over New England and New York doing it, man. You're not sick of it yet, are you?
Nope. Not yet.
Not
I don't
yet.
think I am going to be, though.
And so your plan is to continue then, and next year is going to be more of the same. You're going to be competing and traveling and, coming to New England, upstate New York. I know your family, your mom was saying last night, well, a bunch of us, we want to get up to Adirondacks, do Whiteface, do Titus, do these things. Canada, all this stuff. You'll be there.
I just want to go to Canada. Or Utah, anywhere.
Well, Utah would be fun too.
Anywhere
What's
not
wrong
here.
with here?
Ice.
So?
Ice.
Embrace it, dude. It's awesome. I love the ice.
Yeah, but you're here. It's different.
I'm sure there's some snowboarder. Write to SkiRex Media at contact@skirexmedia.com with an email. If you are a snowboarder that likes the ice, let us know. I would like to show her that some of you do. Dude, ice is a lot of fun.
It's only fun when you're racing your friend and they just die on the ice.
Oh, and it's so much. I feel like it's so much easier, dude. I was at Wildcat in February, and it was solid. The day before, I was at Attitash. It was all slush. I'll take the solid over the slush any day of the week.
I'll take the slush over the solid. I'm a park snowboarder. I'm a park rat.
Oh,
I'd rather fall on solid slush. I'd rather fall on slush than ice.
But you'll be soaked in slush.
I don't care at that point.
And there you go, kids. She does not care. She's legit. Get it done. Slush is where it's at. Dude, this year. Slush or powder. Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't get a lot of the powder here in New England and the upstate New York and the mid-Atlantic. You do have to go out west for that. Well, we get our share if you go to the right places, Bolton.
If you go to the right places at right times, because if, that they got powder, 2 days before, that is all gone by the time you get back there because of all the people or melted.
That's true. It's a weird place here. You're right. You got to go to Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Colorado. These other places or parts of Canada, Quebec. That's what's happening next year. I don't know if you and your family are going to go, but I'm going to try to go. Yeah.
I want to go. I'd go anywhere.
I know. You would go anywhere. And that's where my season and Charlotte's season will probably start is down in Boston because she'll be doing that again too. I'm sure. Except this year, have you gotten famous enough where you can have your own booth yet, or no?
My mom's trying to see if that's happening.
Shut up! Really? I was just being a jerk.
Yeah, my mom's seeing if they could have a kids panel so I could go up on stage. Oh,
okay, the kids panel. All right, I thought you were gonna have. Hi, I'm Charlotte Proctor, and here's my 10x10 booth where I'm signing autographs.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe 2 years.
The kids panel would be great. Kids panel would be fantastic, dude. I think that would be awesome. And I'm sure Doug and Mary could definitely interview you kids better than I can. I try, but they're professional broadcasters. I'm not. However, I'm not going to lie. I was talking to one of the organizers there who organizes that show. I'm trying to get myself some stage time too. So narcissism runs deep. That's what it is. That's why I do this. So anyway, you had a great season. You had a lot of fun. You're not going to stop. Back this summer, were you back to bikes and whatnot?
Possibly just a couple races or wakeboarding.
Okay.
But probably big snow. Probably big snow every week.
So you're starting to switch to more snow than anything else. That's going to be a definite.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go.
You can't beat the snow. It's the better white stuff.
I have no problem with that, man. I don't ride BMX. I don't claim to know how. I don't even ride my bike anymore, and I have 2 of them, so go fig on that. So, yeah, good. So, Charlotte, she's having fun. She's doing it. Anything else you want to get into before I let you go?
Shout out to SkiRex Media. Buy their merch. You better give me a free one that says Yellow Vest Man.
Yellow Vest Man. Okay. You know what? I can make that happen.
Like a bright yellow, one of your SkiRex Media hoodies that says Yellow Vest Man.
I did move to the high vis hoodie. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes.
Because it fits so much better than that vest. That vest is getting old, but we'll see what we can do, because I'm sure you guys are going to Boston and I'll be in Boston. So I'll see what I can bring you. We can help the kids. We can make the kids look good in the ski Rex. Plus, while she's wearing it, take pictures, exploit children. That is where I'm at, my friends. Thank you, Miss.
That exploits children.
Absolutely, we do. Thank you, Miss Charlotte, for doing this. I really appreciate it again. I'm glad everything's still going well. As you can see, the kids are still having fun. You got to get them started early. She's been doing it practically her whole life, and she's still having fun. And she's shooting for the stars, man. She's going pro, and it's definitely well within, it's within reach. Will she get it while she's still in high school? Don't know, but she will get it. You still have to finish school. Hopefully.
Oh, do I though?
You do. I mean, well, that's up to you and your parents. It is possible for you to test out, get your GED, and move on.
Dropping high school, but do
College?
I have to finish school?
Oh, what, like go to college?
Yeah.
No, go to trade school.
Yeah, I'm going to college. Yeah. I'm saying school though, like public school.
Oh no, you can go to private mountain academies all you want, and then you can go to trade school, learn how to weld and things. I don't know. Learn how to fix diesel trucks.
I'm more into marketing.
Or go learn marketing if you want to. Oh, that's right. You said that. Yes. For some reason, I thought that was Brooke who said that. That was you who said that. Yeah, you want to be over there. So she's going to be doing something. She's either going to be riding pro, or she's going to be the mountain spokesperson that you see on Instagram every other day. And I know many of them. Right? Right. Thank you, Miss Charlotte. I'm good.
Or you're not?
What?
Were you one of them?
No. Well, yes and no. Well, all right. So I wasn't a hired paid mountain spokesperson, but I kind of do that job for Whaleback now and again. I was kind of doing that thing for the Epic New Hampshires this year, Crotchet and Sunapee and Wildcat and Attitash, which I might be doing again next year. So who knows? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, man. I still have other places to go. I haven't been back to Hunter in years, and I'd like to get back down there. It's been a while.
Vietnam on closing day.
What? What does that mean?
Everyone's laying on the ground. There's like a random woman laying on the ground like this. In the middle of the trail.
If you think that's great, and it is, everybody get to Ober-Gatlinburg in Tennessee near their closing day. It was just like that, but worse, and it was amazing.
No way.
I was the best skier on the mountain for like 2 hours, dude. I was the best skier at that mountain for 2 hours. It was amazing. And I stink. You've seen me ski. You know I'm not that good.
No, you're good enough. But
I'm good enough.
You're not going down the mountain like the skiers at my home mountain. They're like shaking knees and shaking hands, and they're going down the mountain 60 miles per hour. And the kids are dodging them because they're the only people that know how to control themselves.
I think what Charlotte's trying to say in her own way is, please get lessons for your safety and safety for everyone else. Right, kiddo?
Yes.
Yes.
Please. I'd like to snowboard another day.
Absolutely. Okay. So we're going to let Charlotte go. Thank you again for doing this. I appreciate it. We'll see you in Boston. Cool. And like I said, we'll see you in Boston. We'll ski with you this year. You would think I would have been able to take the time to go visit while she was in Killington, but I wasn't. But I've been sick all winter, so whatever. It doesn't matter. She doesn't need to catch the same stuff I'm dealing with, so she's fine.
You might have gotten a cold.
I had that and then some. I had 3 or 4 colds. No. All right. That's enough out of you. Thank you, kiddo. And there she goes. Charlotte P. Charlotte, a lot of fun. That kid is something else, man. That's one of the ones I'm glad I've met over the years. She's a lot of fun. And so is her mom, Karen, who will be on the program next week along with Scooter, along with Brian from Instagram, Brian from the Ski Bum podcast, first timer Tully, one of the Ski Rex media friends and fans, skied with him. And I think that's everybody that's on that program. I think it is. me and Karen and Brian and Scooter and Tully. Tech Rob was not able to make it. I don't want you to be disappointed, but he has a lot going on right now. He's a very, very busy man, and he just couldn't get it fit into his schedule, which is okay. We'll be seeing Tech Rob during the summer, I'm sure, over at Big Snow American Dream, along with all these other folks. Should be a lot of fun. Again, thank you to Charlotte for being on the Ski Rex Media podcast again as part of the Tween and Teen episode. The only Tween, the return of the Tween this time. A lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you dig on that kind of program, let me know. Again, you can contact Ski Rex Media in many ways. As I've said before, you can DM me through social media. You can send me an email, contact@skirexmedia.com. That's the email address, the word contact at skirexmedia.com. And you could go to speakpipe.com/skirexmedia to leave me a voicemail and tell me what you think. Yes, you could do that. And as well, follow me on social media, head to the website and sign up for the newsletter. All kinds of stuff we could do. You could even go to YouTube. I still put the podcast up on YouTube. It's audio only. There's, you don't get to watch me and the guest, but it is there for your listening pleasure, as well as many other places, as I said. Please subscribe if you have not. Check out Ski Rex Media. Stay with me through the summer. I'm going to be doing some things on and off here. For instance, I've already put up a few waterfall pictures. Yes, Ski Rex Media Waterfall Division is in effect for the season, as will be Ski Rex Media Hiking Division, and you never know, Ski Rex Media Road Trip Division might have an offering or two. Plus, I took myself down to the Boston Outdoor Expo, the sister expo to the Snowbound Expo. Not as media, just as a fan with tickets. Went down to Boston, checked it out, and it was pretty awesome. A small expo, but it was their first one. Their first time out with the Outdoor Expo. Next year, I bumped into Stephen Morgan. He's been on the podcast. He told me that they've already got the next one. They're already working on the next one, and the next one's already going to be twice the size of this one. So, Boston Outdoor Expo for the off season, Snowbound Expo for the in season or on season, and Ski Rex Media for the year-long season, I guess, right? Right. Thank you for listening, everybody, and thank you for being part of Ski Rex Media. Next week, the Ski Rex Media podcast returns with one more brand new episode, the Ski Rex Media Season 5 finale with the panel. Join me then. I think you'll enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. I've already recorded it, and I hope you enjoy it too, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoy your day, your evening, your morning, whatever it may be. And if you're listening in the car, don't check for any links. You could wait to do that when you stop, right? Right. Wear your sunblock if you're outside, kids, all year long. Later.